So the next thing you're gonna have to do, like once you get the motor and everything in, is gonna be to pull the whole harness from the car. You're gonna want the fuse boxes and everything. Or you could just buy an adapter harness, but Alex's CRX didn't come with a harness at all in it, so we're gonna be pulling the dash in this and getting the whole harness out. We're gonna be using this cluster and everything too, so he's just starting to strip all the wiring from the engine bay, the fuse box, and all that stuff. So after he's done in the engine bay, we're gonna rip the dash out and stuff. So we got all the rear harness and everything out of the RSX. Just gotta get the other half of the dash harness out. That's all behind the heater core and everything. We already started putting it on the CRX. We're gonna get it running before he pulls the motor out. But fuse box and everything's gonna get tucked afterwards, but he's got the harness all inside. Started plugging everything back in. Still has a couple more things to take out of the RSX, but after that, and he gets the fuel pump and everything in the gas tank from the RSX, he's gonna try starting it. So that'll be next once we finish all the wiring. But this is what we've got done so far. Alright, so we're just getting ready to start the car for the first time. Well, we hope it starts. Alright, go. Right now we're going to start it for the second time. We just went and got new spark plugs for it. NGK Platinum Iridiums. Right now we're just filling the radiator and everything because we're going to let the car warm up completely. We're just going to let it run for a little bit. So we're going to start it up real quick, let it run, and then we're probably going to go outside or something because it's going to get really fumey in here. So we have a couple fans going. Like there's a ceiling fan in this room. And then we have a couple over there with the door open, so we're gonna start it up in a little bit once we finish getting everything like connected and the radiator filled, and then we're gonna let it fully warm up. So we just moved the CRX and cleaned the garage a little bit. Right now Alex is going to start disconnecting wires and plugs and then trying to start it back up and seeing what he needs and what he doesn't, since he has the whole harness from the RSX in it. So he's just going to, we brought it out here so there's no fumes really, but he's just going to start disconnecting things, trying to start it. If it starts, then he'll disconnect another thing and then he'll just keep going with that. So. But it starts up every time now. The alternator belt is all figured out. It rubs a little bit, but it's fine. We had it running for like probably an hour already. Just the heat shield so the steering rack doesn't get hot, because right now it's just the header. But he's going to be putting an exhaust on it anyway. So this is just what he's up to right now. So he's just going to keep on doing this until he gets rid of most of the wiring that he doesn't want or need. So that's about it for right now. So when you're getting rid of all the wiring and stuff, some things that you know you're not going to need, since you didn't take out the heater core out of the RSX or anything, all the plugs that don't have a spot to go, that don't go to anything, you just cut. Well, we're just going to cut the plugs off the end and then strip the whole harness after and take out all the wires with cut plugs off them. So this way we know what's good and what's not. So just going to pretty much do that, and then the things that are plugged in, I guess you can unplug one by one and then try to start it. But we're just going to do this now. try to get the whole harness figured out tonight, and then probably strip it all and put new, I don't know, wire loom on it. And then the only thing that we're gonna need in the back is for the tail lights, brake lights, like blinkers and stuff like that. So other than that, most of the plugs are from the heater core actually, so you can just cut those all off.
The door.
Yeah, like the door plugs, airbags, and stuff like that too. Since you didn't take that out of the RSX, obviously it shouldn't have a plug, so just cut the end off or take all the wiring out for that. So we're gonna do this right now, and then we'll show you what it is afterwards.